What is the hardest FNAF game? If you said anything other than FNAF Ultimate Custom Night, you'd be wrong. I made a video about ranking the hardest FNAF games and I didn't rank UCN because I knew that was going to easily be the #1 spot. Although this game is a challenge, some characters aren't that bad. There's some characters who don't even kill you, while some make the game a living nightmare. In this video, I'm ranking every FNAF UCN character based on difficulty. I'm ranking the entire 50 character roster and the 6 secret characters. The only character I'm not ranking is Fredbear and that secret jump scare. With all that being said, let's get on with the rankings. They don't even do anything. They just appear random and don't screw with your gameplay at all. Another character who just appears, but it's better when she appears over trash in the game, if you know what I mean. You legit gotta click the enter button on your keyboard or the one on your screen to make him go away. Another character who doesn't affect you at all. You just gotta click the mute call button. If you don't click it, he will play his monologue, annoying sound-sensitive animatronics. If you click C a bunch of times, he will go away. And if you don't do it, he just disables your camera for a few seconds. That's about it. If you click on him, he will go away. If you're not quick enough, he will just blare an air horn in your ear, annoying sound-sensitive animatronics. They rarely appear, but when they do, they just slightly block your vision. Can't do anything about it, but it's not really that bad. It's slightly worse with blocking your vision because you make a portion of your room dark, but he's still rare for anything major to be effective. Simple. If you see his bird, don't click on it. Majority of the time, especially when his AI is at 20, if you click on it, you will die. Easily avoidable. Use your flashlight and he will go away. It's that simple. It doesn't kill you either. If you look at Bonnie, he will disable your cams for a few seconds. You know when he's in Pirate's Code by the plushie on the desk, so it's easily avoidable. If you see him on your cams, just click off the cams, then he'll go away. If you linger, he'll jump scare you, but not kill you. This is hard to explain. You can't just switch off the cam she is on. You either have to switch to the vent or duck's cams, or turn off the monitor to make her go away. If you linger on the cam too long, she wouldn't jump scare you, but annoy the sound-sensitive animatronics. Close the side vent to get rid of him. If he gets in your room, just disables your flashlight for a few seconds. The flashlight isn't that important though. She's a lot worse if she comes in your office, because instead of disabling your flashlight, she disables your doors, which are far more important. She's ranked low because she's still easily avoidable though. The only difficulty with Lowbit is because he is rare, you don't expect him to appear, so you're not ready to type LOL, and you can't do anything until you do that. He only appears once per night. If you hear a bunch of certain bangs, close the side vent. Even though he only appears once, it's somewhat rare even at AI 20. She sits across from you in the office, and if you see her move, snap her with the shock button. She really moves and easily noticeable when she does. It's the same mechanic where if you see them, pull down your mask. You have a lot of time to do it, so don't expect to get killed by them much. Another mask animatronic. He also gives you a decent amount of time, but it's hard to see him in your office. Also a mask animatronic. He's rarer to appear than the other mask animatronics, plus you get a lot less time to put your mask on though. Just like Phantom Freddy, where you need to use your flashlight to get rid of him. But he actually kills you and he spawns faster than Phantom Freddy does. If you hear their laugh on whatever side they're on, close their respective door. They only appear if you linger on your cam for a while, and they are easily avoidable. If you see him on the cam with Funtime Foxy, he'll run off his chair scaring him away. He legit doesn't appear for the rest of the night, but if you forget about him, which is easy to do, he will kill you. Any of the vent animatronics are clumped here because they are pretty similar, which is that they are easy. If you hear Freddy's distinct laugh, close the top vent door. That easy. He's only slightly harder than Molten Freddy because you can't see him on the cams, while Freddy you can, but he gives you a distinct sound that was used in FNAF physical location, so you know when he's close to the vent door. Instead of a sound cue, it's a visual cue. If you see his head in the top vent, close it. I think the visual cue is hard because you may not be paying attention to the vent all the time. She's different from the rest because she can be stopped by both the vent snare or the vent doors. She has not distinct sound cues or visual cues, but if you close the door anytime you flip up your cams, you should be fine. One character you should close the vent for all the time is Mango. She can be vent snare, but if you don't vent snare him, then she wouldn't leave your vent door. If he gets in your office, she would either annoy a sound-sensitive animatronic first or kill you. If you see her teeth close on the screen, use this heater to push her back. Might be hard because you may need to use the global music box or the power generator instead. Thankfully, she comes around rarely. She would show up rarely, and if you see her, click her nose. She only appears once per night, but you may miss her. Don't let the building get too hot because she would appear. Her mechanics are not the most confusing to me, but I rarely died to her, so I guess she isn't that bad. She appears near your door. Put the wet floor sign in front of the door to make her go away. She can also be cam stalled to make it a lot easier. Freddy's super basic. When he gets into your left door, close it. When the building gets warmer, he moves a little faster. Try to check whether or not he's at your door, so close it every time he flips up the cams is the best play. He only wants 5 coins, but sometimes when you're pressed for coins and your welfare check hasn't come in the mail yet, you're going to die to him. I mean, the heater does work on him, but it's also pretty risky. If you see him, your run is over. Super hard to search cameras for his stupid guitar. Thankfully he doesn't show up ever, but if he does, say goodnight. You know what door she's at by the sound cues from her music, but when things get a little hectic, you might close the door in time and ultimately die. Definitely the easiest of the duck characters, she doesn't get pushed back by the heater, but their audio lure works really well. Both these guys have the same mechanic. They get pushed back by the heater and they get fooled by the audio lure. Pretty simple. Instead of being pushed back by the heater, it just keeps him in place. It's not that bad though. Him not getting lured by the audio lure makes him kinda harder, but he gets pushed back by the heater. Legit all the same character. Buy their plush at the plush counter to make them go away. The plushes though are mad expensive and you tend to have to camp stall them for hope to win anyways. He's a sound sensitive animatronic where if he gets too loud, he gets angry and then comes to kill you. I hate all the global music box characters and he is one of them. Foxy isn't that bad because his mechanics are pretty simple, but it's extremely difficult to remotely look at Foxy on the camps. You have to hope Bonnie is the plushie on the desk over Foxy so he isn't as aggressive. This guy can legit give you the fastest death in the game, under 1 second. He is so annoying how fast he can appear. You can't let your cursor linger anywhere because if you do, you're going to die to him very, very fast. You can't shine the light on his face when he is down, which sounds easy, but there's a lot of chunks that need the flashlight and you have to work around him, which is very, very annoying. Another character I couldn't understand the mechanics of, but I know she is annoying. She gets tired of the music box choices that you play, so she will kill you if you don't change it. Very annoying. He is the epitome of the global music box and my hatred towards it. You make any little sound, he's there slamming his cymbals together, so you have to be careful with everything that you do. I find it very annoying and this guy always kills me. I hate the puppet. He always kills me because I forget to turn the global music box on. I am worried about more important things than his problems and I get screwed by him too much. He sucks in FNAF 2 and he sucks here too. Notice how FNAF 2 is ranked the highest on my difficulty video and how the puppet was ranked top 3 here? This MFer plays a freaking video game in the storage room and he's so bad at it that he wants us to help us with it. And when he loses, he blames us like, bruh, I saw your cheeks at 5 times Mr. Hugs and can't even beat Night 2, like come on bro. Seriously though, it's so hard to deal with this when playing harder difficulties. Ah yes, the Death Coin character. Every person who has beaten 50-20 mode has Death Coin Funtime Foxy. It's legit impossible to check on his cam just for him to, on certain times when there are bigger problems to deal with. He himself isn't that hard to deal with or annoying, it's just too much to deal with and he puts it over the top. If you agree with these rankings, please hit the like and subscribe button, I truly appreciate it. I made a bunch of other ranking FNAF videos such as ranking all the jump scares, games based on difficulty, horror, etc. Check them out if you have enjoyed this ranking video. Anyways, that's all for this video. Hope to see you in another ranking video. Peace out.